April, and I have a great recipe to show you today. It's very indulgent, but very delicious, and it's made with this wonderful, wonderful ingredient, and it's called Natural Bliss Coffee Creamer, and I'm using the sweet cream flavor, which is perfect for this recipe because I'm making a bread pudding. And bread pudding usually requires milk and cream and eggs and sugar for the custard. Well, this already gives you 3 of those. It's got sugar, it's got cream and milk. Literally, that's what's in here. So it's the perfect ingredient for a great bread pudding, and it's also perfect for your coffee. So have coffee with the creamer and bread pudding with the creamer. So it works. But yes, I love this ingredient, and it's the star of the show. And on top of the bread pudding, I'm also gonna have a salted white chocolate caramel sauce using this as well. So you'll see that a little bit later after we get done with the bread pudding part, but I think you're gonna be impressed. So, I'm from the South and we love peach cobbler. So I'm doing kind of a twist on peach cobbler, doing it in a bread pudding, and so I'm using biscuits in place of some of the other types of bread you might normally see in a bread pudding. I'm using biscuits already made. They're a day old, so they're a little stale, which is perfect. You can use the frozen kind, you can make them from scratch, whatever's easy. So I've already got some biscuits in here, and all I'm doing, you can let your kids help you with this, really simple. Just kind of crumble it right up, right into the bowl. One more here, and this is going to equal about 5 cups. The next thing I've got is some delicious peaches. Peaches are in season right now where I'm at, so they're delicious and they're sweet. They're perfect for this. But if they're not in season where you are, you can always use the frozen kind, just defrost it. Those are usually pretty good too. So I'm going to go ahead and dump those in, just like that. Oh man, juicy and delicious. Give them a little stir. There we go. Get them all incorporated in here. And some pecans, because you gotta have pecans with the South. I mean, it just goes hand in hand. This is just the nut of the South. So I'm putting these in here for a little crunch, and I don't like to crunch them up, or to cut them up too small. I like to have big chunks in there, that way people can see that there's pecans. They get a really good crunch and pecan flavor in there. So I'll just give that a little stir, and that is the bread part. Now, let's go ahead and make the custard part, which is where we're going to use our star ingredient here. I'm using 1.5 cups of this. I don't even have to get the milk out. Just using this. I don't have to buy 3 different ingredients to make the custard. So, I've already got some in here. Add about another cup, or 1/2 cup. Perfect. I'm going to save this for the sauce recipe that you're going to just die over. It is so good. And some eggs. Whoa! That's what happens in the kitchen when you get a little crazy. And about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This was 2 eggs, by the way. Some on me, but you know. And a teaspoon of some good vanilla. Gotta have vanilla in there. Now these are the best ingredients: peaches, biscuits, pecans, vanilla, sweet cream coffee mate. I mean, how good can we get here? This is 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I am gonna add a little more sugar in here just to make sure those biscuits and peaches are sweet enough. And but I don't have to add a whole lot because we already got sugar in here. But the brown sugar with that molasses flavor it's got, it's gonna be perfect. So add that in here. Got your whisk. Whisk this up, and you can see, you pretty much get the picture. Whisking. Now I've got my bowl here, and I believe what's gonna make this probably the easiest is I'm going to grab my 9-inch square baking dish. I'm going to go ahead and pour all of these delicious ingredients right in the baking dish, and then I'll get my custard mixture right in. Just pour it right over. I mean, that is just fantastic. Let this soak 10 minutes, and then we're going to put it in the oven at 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes. I'm going to check it at 40 minutes and see how it looks. And meanwhile, I'm going to show you the salted white chocolate caramel sauce featuring Natural Bliss. Come on. Alright, so for our salted white chocolate caramel cream sauce, it's going to be really simple. So, we've got 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I'm going to go ahead and get in here over low heat with about 3 tablespoons of butter. Yum. And of course our sweet cream. We've got 1/4 cup of the sweet cream coffee creamer. And we're just going to kind of let those ingredients melt, kind of stir them up over low heat for about 3 minutes until it all melts and comes together. So once this is all melted and has a really creamy, smooth consistency, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the heat. I'm gonna add in a ½ teaspoon of sea salt, which is gonna be perfect. The sweet and salty, another southern thing that I love. And then I'm also gonna add in, if it wasn't delicious enough, just like this, I'm gonna add in some white chocolate chips, or you could cut up a white chocolate bar, either one works, and just kind of stir it until those get melted. So this is what we're talking about. I mean, how good does that look? Okay, so it's finished. The Peachy Bliss bread pudding is right here. It looks and smells fantastic. And the salted white chocolate caramel sauce, it's gonna be great, and it's all made with the Natural Bliss Coffee Creamer. Poured myself a cup of coffee, pour a little creamer in there, and I'm just gonna enjoy this fantastic, indulgent dessert. Can't wait.